So today's video is all about, you know, our sense of struggle and why we struggle. And sometimes it's our perspective that is thinking that the world owes us something when it doesn't. And I struggle with that for a long time. So, how to stop being a little bitch.
Get ready to use the bus, White Horse style. Goes, flies around the corner and comes back like your mother after she's gone to get the milk for like 5 months.
This White Horse bus, it goes around, does this fucking loop on the side, only in White Horse, I'm telling you. Oh, I better catch it. Here it is. I'm about to take your ass to church and give you a little emotional spanking. So, let's get started. Today we're having some coffee. And we're gonna talk about how to stop being a little bitch. Let's get started. Butthurt aggressions. Tweet tweet, you're a little bitch. Well, let's get started. Well, how do we arrive at the point of being a bitch? First of all, I think it's, probably had a bitchy parent or some kind of job that rubbed us the wrong way, that fluffed up our dander. Anyway, here we are learning how to live at the Vida Loca. It's not always easy to be A-okay all the time. You know? Your mother loves you. That's about it though. So, the first thing we need to realize is that the world doesn't owe you anything. You don't deserve to have the right job, the perfect family or whatever. Those things are things that you work for. And those things will come to you when you embrace the beauty that is life. When you are in the zone, when you are living your truth and radiating, doing what you love to do. The battle doesn't get easier, you just learn how to fight in it better. I gotta put my spectacles on here because my eyes are dim and I cannot see, but I got my specs with me. So, second thing is lift. Lift! Who would have thought? The act of enduring pain and actually asking for more is the antithesis of being a little bitch. Being a pussy means that you run from pain at all costs. You hide from it. You do everything you can to avoid it. Even lying and cheating and fleeing your homeland like a refugee in the middle of the night. And it ain't fight or flight, honey. Lifting heavy weights is painful, but sitting around eating taco shells isn't gonna take away your supersize those fries belly. Without meaning, without purpose, and it prevents you from acquiring the one and most important attribute that you can have as a man. Which I'll also tell you is a lovely cologne I made, a little side note. We'll talk about this in the other section. Man by Jan. Like a Neanderthal, or barbaric. But we are barbaric. We want to be wild. Explore. If you sit in your mama's basement, watching whatever season on Netflix you've been watching for the last 4 weeks, you ain't gonna learn much. Exploration. Explore the unknown. We have work, we have responsibilities. Fiscal responsibility. Spend the rest of your life living in fear, you ain't gonna lift nothing. Change your definition of success. Earl Nightingale says something along that is, but if you achieve that goal, then by the definition of a success, you are a success. So what we need to do is we need to change our minds about what we think success looks like. Success isn't the big cars, the fancy lights, all those things are nice, don't get me wrong. Not all of us can have a little IKEA lamp missing 4 bulbs, just saying. So, changing your mind is really the essence of changing your life. Start writing down what you're bitching about. Write it down. I don't like your face, I don't like your sweater, I don't like that cup of coffee, I don't like that cup of tea, I don't like the way she looked at you, I don't like the way that lady on the bus is snoring. Start talking about what you're bitching about. By writing down what you're bitching, you start to understand the bitch cycle. You start to understand the algorithms of your own bitchiness. How can you know what you're doing if there's something you're hesitant about that makes you nervous? Do it. Take extreme ownership. Cannot press this enough. You have to take total responsibility for your things are in our power and some things are not. But by making a decision to be upset about the things you can't change, puts your focus on the intangible. It puts your focus on they always, these people outside of your control. Put your focus on what you are in control of, which is your attitude, your decision today to show up, to be present, to be aware and awake and alive and lovely. And owns each event within it is a fucking man.
Hey,
and woman.
watch your fucking language.
You cannot be a victim if you're taking ownership. It's impossible to be a victim if you're taking ownership because everything that happens to you is you. And therein, and there lies the beauty, the abundance, and the bliss. Because if you take complete ownership of it, then no matter what comes at you in your life, you're just gonna go stronger. You know, my prayer for a long time was that if people leave me alone, if the devil left me alone,
Head to Georgia.
that I'd become, you know, a weapon, but that if he tried to attack me, that I'd become stronger. So by changing that approach to my life, I started to realize that when I made some healthy decisions for myself to quit doing drugs, to quit drinking, to quit being around all the crazy dating sites, what I started to realize was that none of those things had changed. All of the struggle that was there within those problems were still there. But what changed was how I was looking at those problems. It's like the whole world just stopped. And for a second, I was looking at it with new eyes. We need to be thinking about getting out of being a little bitch. Fight. You need some grit. You need to get your head in there. You need to you need to hit a few trees before you start hitting a straight stretch. We don't go through wonderful. We don't get to wonderful without going through all right. And you know, you're a beautiful work of art in process. And the beauty of your journey and your story is the battle that you're fighting right today, every day, showing up, getting up, making the effort.
So go have your ugly go cry. Get a couple of scoops of really fatty, creamy ice cream. Stuff your face until your butthurt aggressions pass the rain clouds and lightning shimmer and shake. And start your beautiful new day. And for the love of God, for yourself and for the rest of us, stop being a little bitch.